all things space need to come to the spaceport. We shouldn't talk about a launch anymore. It should just be coming to a spaceport and going somewhere.
Australia's contribution to space exploration over the years.
Australia was involved in the NASA Apollo missions, played a critical role in receiving and relaying the live broadcasts of Neil Armstrong's first steps on the moon in 1969. One of the significant recent projects that we are doing here in Western Australia, the world's largest radio telescope. This project aims to revolutionise the understanding of the universe, studying black holes and researching extraterrestrial life and so on. Australia now is playing a key leading role in developing the spaceports for launching rockets, and complemented by what we are doing at Space Angel for green spaceports, which is where we could leapfrog into how we do things very differently to the other nations or other missions that has been done to date. A lot of these collaborations are on this side of the world already, so that's why this is really important in regards to the role that we're going to be playing to the future.
Space Angel respectfully acknowledges the traditional owners and custodians of the lands on which we operate. We honour their enduring connection to country, waters, land, space and community, and we pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. We recognise the rich cultural heritage, knowledge and traditions of all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, and are committed to fostering meaningful partnerships that celebrate and preserve their contributions to Australia's story. We would also like to thank the WA Museum, Bullabardip, for allowing us the opportunity to record this podcast in their To the Moon exhibit.
We've talked about how important it is for you to do what Space Angel is doing in Australia. So let's talk a little bit about Australia's contribution to space exploration over the years. What have we done?
So Australia's involvement in the global space exploration dates back to the early days of the space race. So the strategic location on the southern hemisphere made a key partner for tracking and communication. So notably, Australia was involved in the NASA Apollo missions. The Honeysuckle Creek tracking station near Canberra played a critical role in receiving and relaying the live broadcasts of Neil Armstrong's first steps on the moon in 1969.
Right.
So Australian ground stations also contributed to tracking early satellites and space probes, providing vital comms support for global space efforts, right?
Yep.
So you can see some key milestones and achievements that we've done over the last couple of years, and also are still involved in the space sector in this capacity. Normally we classify this under downstream activities, where we in 1967 we launched the first satellite for the Weapons Research Establishment satellite, we call it, where making it in the third country after the United States and Soviet Union to launch satellite from its own territory. We did that. Tracking and communication, so we have had essentials in supporting numerous international missions. We still do, including Apollo, Voyager, Mars exploration programs, and now recently we have the Gaganyaan Indian Space Research Organization missions as well. They're the first time they're sending people to space, humans to space. So, and that's out of Cocos-Keeling Islands off the coast of Western Australia.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be happening 25, 26. As well as expansions in Western Australia in terms of this capacity, such as Exmouth with the US Defence and Swedish Space Corporation, European Space Agency. They all have their presence here in Western Australia. Not really well known, but they do have the actual ground stations and so on. The Parkes radio telescope features in the film The Dish.
It does. I've been to that location. Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's a renowned contribution of Apollo 11 moon landing as well. One of the significant recent projects that we are doing here in Western Australia is the SKA, the Square Kilometre Array project that we call it.
Yep.
It's an international effort and the world's largest radio telescope, with part of it located, of course, here. And this project aims to revolutionize the understanding of the universe, from studying black holes and researching extraterrestrial life and so on. So you can see, like, we are quite well plugged into the space sector. And then the increasingly emerging and significant player in the global space sector as well, in terms of the Australian Space Agency's establishment in 2018. Because we have already a lot of activities in the country over the last 60 years, it only makes sense for us to have an agency and get the next steps going. So the overall Australian Space Agency's national growth aspirations is to enhance innovation, creating thousands of new jobs by 2030. Key areas of focus are satellite development, Earth observation, space communication, and overall supporting space exploration. So that's how it started. However, Australia now is playing a key leading role in developing the spaceports for launching rockets, and complemented by what we are doing at Space Angel or green spaceports. And I think it aligns to the overall nation's commitment to sustainability as well as in space exploration, which is where we could leapfrog into how we do things very differently to the other nations or other missions that has been done to date. And I think Australia has a lot of opportunity. We always say we got a lot of space for space.
Yes, we do.
So therefore, that has come in the recent times, and Space Angel did play one of the critical roles to sort of, make the sector aware that, hey, this is also one of the key strategic advantages, even though the initial focus was very much for satellite development and things like that. I always say all things space need to come to the spaceport.
Yes.
All right. So it's a location, it's a destination point. It's like how we underestimate airports these days, but it's there. It's an infrastructure.
Yeah.
And our measure of success in this region, I think it's just like we shouldn't talk about a launch anymore. It should just be coming to a spaceport and going somewhere, just like how you go to an airport and move on. So these are the sort of things that we feel that we are all about. Committing to sustainable space exploration, positioning Australia as a global leader in an eco-friendly space infrastructure, especially with these two locations at Eucla and Christmas Island. And you can see how the amount of activities that are already that I've mentioned in Western Australia alone that has key collaborations, and a lot of these collaborations are on this side of the world already. So that's more why we think this is really important in regards to the role that we're going to be playing to the future.
If you want to find out more about Space Angel, head to the website spaceangel.io. You can also email Ram for more information. It's theforce@spaceangel.io. Next episode, we're talking all things West Australia.